shall I put? There was a game called Tetrapod I used to play when I was young. I could play some of that. How do you play this? It's a fairly simple game. You just zoom around and shoot things. You have to shoot these. All the bullets bounce off the sides. You have to shoot all the enemies. Sometimes they shoot each other randomly. Oh, and when you shoot these pods, they turn into lizards that home in on the nearest thing. So that's basically all the rules. You have to try not to get the lizards to kill yourself. And the enemy bullets don't create lizards. That red thing, I can't shoot it directly. It can only be killed by a lizard. But if I shoot it, it'll actually get annoyed and come towards me. Yeah, and it got hit by the lizard. So now that guy. There's a lot of apparent luck in this, because often bullets that were shot a long time ago end up hitting something. Sometimes even yourself. But I think it's less lucky than it might appear. You can feel lucky when you don't know what you're doing. I think the more you know what you're doing, the less it's actually lucky, and the more it's about predicting things like that bullet bouncing around and knowing it was going to basically go through the corner and nearly kill me. That green thing is like the red ones, but instead of the bullets bouncing off it, it will eat the bullets, and it starts slightly more aggressive as well. Okay, just dodge that bullet. Yeah, you can't go sideways, you can only go forwards. Oops, so keeping control of which way your craft is facing is really important. And when you bump into things, it turns you around in a kind of slightly unpredictable way. Or, I mean, it's predictable, but it's slightly counterintuitive, I think. So it's very easy to get mixed up. I'm getting an extra life for every level I complete, which is pretty important for the later levels, because I will die a lot on those, I'm sure. So what are we on? 11 lives now. One of my tactics is to just run for this corner. One thing that's quite nice, I think, about this game is these bad guys that you can't shoot directly. They do actually respond when a lizard is attracted to them. They kind of go into a defensive mode, which is, I think, quite neat for a game of this era. It's quite an early BBC game, probably sort of 1984, I should think. Plays very well. There's a slight flicker on my ship there. I think that's actually my monitor being a bit dodgy. It's the whole displays are bouncing around a little bit. Oops. Ooh. Let's see if I can get that guy with one of these. I have to be careful because my bullets will make lizards that will chase me. Ooh. He shot me. So sometimes their bullets seem to be slightly favoured in the collision detection, but I don't think that's entirely true. I think mine are as well, to be honest. So the rules are pretty fair. Oh god. I'm only allowed to shoot 4 bullets at a time, and they can actually shoot my bullets as well. Might have seen one of them shoot one of my bullets earlier on. Be careful of theirs bouncing around there. I need a pod to be near them, really, before I can do much. Oh no! Oof. Bounce that one over there. That guy's got plenty of pods near him. Oh. There we go. You bounce the pod over near them, then you can get the lizard out, and it will attack them. This level looks quite hard. I shot quite a few bullets there to just try and get some lizards to just distract these things, but they're really chasing me now because I think some of my bullets must have hit them. So let's make that one a lizard. Oof! No, it didn't work. I was hoping to get the lizard to attack the red thing, even if it wasn't actually aiming for it. It can still destroy it. Okay, over there. Oh no! Ah! Okay, that's good. Where's that going? Let's just try and kill that guy. Yeah, good. Awesome. Ooh, my bullet. Oof. My lizard as well. Okay, I'm going to try not to move that pod, because now I can use it. Oof. Sometimes you have to actually go to a wall in order to turn around. Ooh. 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 Oh, that's not fair. He shot me in the back. Dodge, dodge. Ah. See, when they bounce my bullets back at me, that's really annoying. Oops. See, the red and green things are pretty good at... I don't know. They can get pretty good at avoiding lizards. Oh. I think it might also, again, be related to whether they get shot or not. Because when they get shot, they... When they get shot, they start acting more aggressively. Oh no. My thing moves. Ah. Terrible. Ah. That's a bit unfair right at the start. This is where you need lots of lives from earlier levels if you want to do anything on the later levels. They are extremely difficult. And somewhat random. Okay. Oop, he's stuck. What happened there? Ooh. Ah. When those bullets are bouncing off the walls and I'm bouncing off the walls, it can be really hard to work out which way I actually need to steer at any time. Oops, that one's coming for me, but it actually hit the green thing. Oops, that one's coming for me as well. One of them shot it. See, they don't like lizards, and sometimes they shoot them even when they're not aimed at them. This might be it. I think I'm safe. I was quite lucky that I finished that level. So the pods can't actually be moved when there's a limit to how many sprites it can animate, and if there are too many sprites on screen, then the pods don't actually move, which is a nice kind of way to avoid just not working at all in that case. But it does mean that when you create a lizard, it can mean that all the pods suddenly stop moving. Phew. Ah, went the wrong way. Nearly. Nearly. That was lucky. He had a lizard on him, but then he shot it. Oh. Oh, missed it. Ah. So when you bounce off these ball things, it can turn you around in very odd ways. I'm going to play from the top left this time. Ah, it got me. That's the worst, when my bullets bounce around enough that by the time the lizard spawns, I'm the nearest thing to it. Oh. Oops. No. Ah, that's terrible. Oh, this looks good. Or maybe not. Oh, come on. Ah, running out of lives. Dead. Not bad.